Hey, chief rigging engineer, electronic. He did all this fancy, look at all that wiring and breakers back there, amp over here. This guy did it right here, Tommy boy. Yeah, that's a lot of work he did. I mean, this is a complicated boat, but everything's working out, it seems like. I guess it's coming down tomorrow. It's a 2500 UCXL 2023. He's got his Canon Optimas. Those suckers, they got depth finders on. You can set them down 25 feet. It'll hold 25 feet. You can set the coming up rate 3 feet under just digitally. Down, you hit down however many feet you want to go down, and it automatically will stop it. You got this is really kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? I got the power shut off, so I'll turn that on in a second. Pop-up cleats, dynamite. I would highly recommend that on all the stabies. It's just real nice to hang your bumpers off to, if you had to. And then if you don't want them, you just push them in. If you want them up, you just have to hit the little button right here, and they pop up. If you go like that, you just have to hit the side, and it pops up. There you go. That's what you do there. Oh, and back to this. I think I went through this the other day. But that there, if you pull that plug, you're going to have a geyser coming in. That drains directly out the bottom. But say you did forget it, like up in there, you got another plug. Make sure you plug that at all times. That way, if you did have water in here, you got a pump as well. You can hit the pump switch and pump it out of here. Some of them did that.
Though.
Oh, you would? Yeah. You could add water?
Yeah, fresh water in there.
And run out of there?
Leave the plug out.
Yeah. Yeah, just put that plug in. Yeah. If you don't put that plug in that plug, you got water inside this whole boat coming out that door there. Right. But it won't sink, I don't think. And then, of course, Tom, he can go through this, but up underneath there, he put this door in that I thought was trick.
No, I didn't put this door in.
No, the one on the side.
These are the DC-DC converters.
Yeah.
These charge the lithium battery.
And that is the only way to go with all his stuff is that lithium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
300 amp hours.
And then where's that switch? How does he have to have the switches set on this thing?
Well, he's got a selector switch there. So
now, where does that go on?
That goes on number 1 for the lithium battery.
Then how about this one
You can
here?
click it over to 2 if you're in an emergency, if your BMS locks you out.
Then that's your house one.
No, that's your starting batteries.
Starting batteries up there. Yeah, look at that. See?
And it's even got a fridge light. See?
Oh,
Push the when you close the door, the light goes off. Yeah.
It's like high tech.
It is nice.
And then he put the side door in, which I thought was a cool idea, because then you can get right in here to your switch, and then you got your ACR sitting right up there too.
No, that's a
remote, ACR?
No, that's a remote battery switch.
Really?
He doesn't have an ACR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what's this one do?
That's
this one right
turns
here.
on the house circuit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it lets it so you can do it from the dash.
So
you
then
don't have
your
to go
battery
back
switch
here
is back here on. You don't hit the yellow nuts, you need it. And this one over here.
That's a battery switch.
Battery switch. Yeah. So you just got to remember.
There's a lot of battery switches.
That's on, and if this thing got popped back here, you ain't gonna have shit. So you got to make sure it's popped out, I believe, yeah. And then this here, you don't want to have down this
you
little
push
lever.
it in to engage it, and you can lock it out when you have it down.
Correct.
Yeah. Or you push the button on the dashboard.
And so, man, he did. I mean, there's a lot of rigging to this boat. I mean, and I already went through all this the other day.
The custom rear console.
Oh yeah, this was really nice.
We got our bad guy Tony that did that. It's powder coated.
Oof. Yeah, that, I mean, came out really nice. And you still got room to mount something else here.
Yeah, I think this is like the third one we've done for a 25, and then we've done 2 on the 27s, and the 27s are really cool.
Yeah,
too.
see, you know, you could even put another CL5 right here if you wanted, but we're not doing it. We're done. We're done. I'm telling you. And I went through all this stuff already. So then to fire this up, then you just slide that and hit that. That energizes it. Your electronics will come on, and this is what he's been working on, I've been working on to get this stuff all dialed in and everything working.
Those Garmin updates have been a pain in the ass.
And he ain't kidding. So anybody, this just a heads up, if they've did a software update, no, I'd say in the 2 months ago to 4 months ago, and you have problems, it's that software update. So then you want to go to the 35 instead of the 34 on the app update version. Because they had a lot of bugs in it, and people thought their units weren't working. We ran into that, and he had to update every unit individually, and now everything's talking.
Just disconnect everyone from the network, and then do it all one by one.
But he got it done, and I'm happy now. Everything is one of the best layouts I've seen. I mean, the right equipment. He's got everything he can think of. I don't know what else. I mean, there's some things maybe you didn't need, but that's, you know, that's fine too. And then just hit this here and hit the power button, hit agree, and that will turn them on. And that should turn all the devices on. If you wait, it goes into a standby, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so here's your vessels. You can go autopilot here. You can run that, or you can hit this. You can go into like combos right here. Run this over here, or like you want to see your cameras. There. Oh my God, rear, front. This is kind of nice because
so the rear camera is actually wireless. It's just got a little 12-volt power going to it, and then you can connect that to
then see
your Garmin app or any of your MFDs or anything.
Yeah.
Like
See,
that.
so then now you can see what's behind you. You can see what's ahead of you. So then you don't need this for that. So you can hit over here.
And the forward one is the Psionics, and the cool thing about that is it'll be the same picture at night as day. So you'll have full color at night. That's why the Psionics are so popular right now.
Versus the FLIR, which would you go with?
Definitely the Psionics.
Yeah. And what?
Well, I mean, they're like $1,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean,
there you go.
You know, they take up way less space. They're really, really cool.
But
I
look
mean,
at that picture.
the color night vision is that's my favorite thing.
Because FLIRs are like just gray. It's like, what do you call that? It's gray
they're thermal cameras.
They're infrared thermal.
Yeah.
So you get this thermal view where this is like watching a TV screen right there. I mean, you can go into here and then hit over here into vessels, just hit the camera. There you go, and you can check the brightness and all that. That's an options. You go in here in video setup. You can go in here. You can mirror it. You can do the saturation, contrast standard to make that picture. But what's cool now is if it was dark out here, black dark.
It would look just like
that. Just like
so cool.
that at night. Now a FLIR won't do that. That shows you a grayscale image of somebody floating, and you get all this fuzz behind you.
It'll illuminate stuff in the water, so you'd be able to see a log better. That would stand out a lot better for the FLIR as it would with this.
Because when you're running, you got debris and you're looking at your sea, so I can have that one there. Then I can actually close this one out, and I can go in and use something like my navigation stuff. So go into combo, and you can actually run it there too, like this combo. Transmit radar, you just hit that and hit transmit. Now if you want that full scale, just hit that and it gets full scale. You want to go back, that brings you back. You go to your toolbars. You want your tides, you can hit this and hit, and there's your tide table. See how fast that was compared?
Way faster, than the smaller screen.
Yeah, and just a heads up, down in the future, I mean, everything works great, but try to keep the models the same. You know, say you want a 12-inch, you want a 9-inch, you want to just keep the same, like an 8610, 8612. They just, when you're updating software, it just makes it easy instead of having to go to each individual unit. So that's just kind of a heads up. But he did it right, Garmin and Yamaha and DEC, that's where it's at. And then you just go back, but this is where this toolbar comes in. Now I don't want that, I just hit close, boom, then this is my autopilot, boom, right here. So then you go back, and that brings you back here, but say I wanted currents, I could hit that there. I want the media, all of a sudden, then that pops there, there's my media. But I think right here, then you hit options, then you go home zone, then powers, right, whoa, I just shut it off, there's on. There it is. So see, you can do it from there, or you can do it from there. And then if you want out of that, just hit back, and it brings you back to this combo. So you camera, radar overlay, radar, 1,500 feet. You can have one read out farther, just tap on that. We'll go out 3/4 of a mile, hit that, and that backs it up to where you're at. So this will reach, see, this is at 15, this is 3/4, so this is a dual range radar. So if you go into here, go into radar, I can do dual range. Here's 3/4, here's 15. So what I do is a 1/2 mile and 3/4. If it gets foggy, I'll go to a 1/4 mile, which is 1,500, and then I'll run that at a 1/2 mile. Then when I'm out there, I just hit open. That's in the settings. But we'll go through a lot of that tomorrow. And like I say, the stereo, I think it's warned. Is it still on Bluetooth?
Yeah, I can put some music on.
Yeah. Then you can control it from here, or just hit this, and there's your music panel. Your sources are right here. So if you hit that, you can go AM, FM. Here's that auxiliary weather talk right there.
I'm hooked up to the battery right now.
Okay, so then you go back. He's going to change that, and then you just go back, and there you go. So I'm going to go back into like combos. Oh, and here's another one I think I made for you too, is on a combo. A lot of people don't get this, but Okay, fishing chart. This will work. I normally have 2 navs sitting side by side, but say I'm going to pick this one. Now this is where having a dual one like this, I can move this and make a route without changing. Like say, let's go to this one right here. See, so I got radar overlay on a fishing chart, but now I want to know where I'm at. If it got foggy, I can keep my eye on that one, which that's a buoy coming up right here.
Where?
Right
in front of us. Yeah, okay.
See, but see how this is, if you got to zoom too far in, what's going to show you is you're on top of that can. So you need to zoom out on that to give you the reality how far that is away. See how there it is, and there it is right there. And that's a radar bouncing off that can. So now I can pick a waypoint. I could leave this like this and then go here and say, ah, shoot, I want to go, you know, up over here or way out in the ocean. Here you go, right out here. We'll go out to the Whistler. Okay, so I want to go there. All I have to do is tap that. You can bring it up real quick, auto guidance. Drew you right there, and then you just hit start, and then you hit, you'll say, do you want to engage autopilot? You hit engage autopilot, and you can just take your hands off and look at your cameras. Nothing behind me, nothing's in front of me. I can see the can right there.
I think
it's
you're
right
there, even backwards.
Yeah, even, and I'll show you that too. The DEC, you gotta have DEC. This has got the cruise control, I call it. You got your in and out on your gear case plus your RPM, but you can do that at any speed. I can go 40 miles an hour, hit this button right here, and I can go up 1200 RPMs up or down, so I can adjust the speed just by this lever without changing your shifter. And we're gaining on that baby, so what we better do is just turn on the key, and then on this you got to make sure that's solid. If that isn't solid and one of these in gear, it will not start. And then you just hit this start, and that's starting up there. I'm going to turn on the autopilot, and I'm going to